All right, we've got 3 minutes to discuss, Gianni. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, so R&B star Trey Songz is being investigated by Las Vegas police following allegations of sexual assault being made against him. The singer has not been arrested and is cooperating with the investigation. Trey Songz was in Las Vegas for his 37th birthday. But this is not the first time sexual allegations have been placed on Trey Songz. Back in 2020, a woman who claims the singer initiated unwanted sexual contact with her. And many people remember the actor Keke Palmer. During an interview on The Breakfast Club, she had accused Trey Songz of sexual intimidation. So my question to the panel is, this what happens when celebrity and entitlement get unchecked.
Let's start with Robbie.
Well, I mean, they at this time they are only allegations, so I don't really want to weigh in too heavily on it. But this is someone who's got a sketchy history, and when you take someone and elevate them to a superstar status, um, the real world rules kind of stop applying to you when you're hemorrhaging money, when you've got money just coming in, and you're received with open arms in posh spots, and someone is paying your tab, someone is paying because you're promoting this business, um, and so much with the entourage and the whole industry. It's the real world rules don't apply to these people. So when these kind of things happen, it doesn't really surprise me. I hope for the woman's sake that, this isn't true, that she wasn't violated, assaulted, but it also wouldn't surprise me if it did happen, just given this individual's history. But again, because these are only allegations at this time, don't want to weigh in too heavy.
Yep. Lizzie?
You know what's really bad, and I mentioned this to Gianni yesterday when we talked about or discussed the topics coming into this show. I don't know anything about Trey Songz
Mhm.
except for his sexual abuse, sexual assault allegations. Couldn't tell you the name of any of his songs, never listened to his music. This is what
Hmm.
he is known
It's not
for
great music, so
to
you're
me.
not missing much.
So that's a problem, bruh. That's a problem. And yeah, like Rob said, these are only allegations at this point. He's never been convicted of anything, charges, allegations, whatever. But everybody can't be lying every year. Your name keeps coming up over and over and over. You need to start changing what you do, how you do it, who you do it to. Because I mean, the average person isn't in this situation where every year, every 6 months, they're being, accused of
Yeah.
sexually assaulting someone. So get yourself together, bruh. Get it together.
All right. Gianni, let me give you about 20 seconds, real quick.
I also just kind of wanted to make light of the situation to maybe give people like this help, like celebrities or people in positions of power help, because I feel like this sexual thing that they have going on is actually like a disorder. Like it's very strange, like these weird that tells you that I personally believe these women. Some of them I know, of course, there's been exaggerations. That's my personal opinion. But I feel like regardless, these type of men need to get help when we see it in the media immediately, not
Mm.
7 years down the line when people are
I don't
scarred
know.
for
I'm
life.
good. I'm good
I
with
got some help
if
for
help
them.
is
I got some
jail.
help for
Shit,
them,
for
all
me.
right.
Yeah.
I
I
got
got some
some
help for
help.
them, all right. I got
I
something
don't know
worse
about.
than jail.
I think we
Worse than
pulled the word
jail.
disorder out too much. All right. So Olivia says, when you live a dirty, free life, you invite this type of stuff. He is nasty, just like Ti and Tiny. Okay.
Oh
Oh my
Lord.
god.
Jasmine
Oh
Robinson.
Lord.
Somehow this doesn't surprise me, but when was the last time he put out some music? Well, I know he hadn't
Good
put out any
question.
good music, so
Oh my
I don't
gosh,
know
yeah.
anything about his
I'm
music.
sorry.
I know nothing
I'm not
about his
feeling
music.
Trey
Nothing.
Songz. So. All right, let's get our quick fire number two. Lizzie, you're up.
So
Oh,
aside from Chris Cuomo, the latest news that's been in the headlines all week here in the States has been about gun violence. It's been about the shooting in Oxford, Michigan at Oxford High School. Last Tuesday, a 15-year-old sophomore at Oxford High opened fire on his classmates, killing 4 people, injuring six others. And it's being alleged via because of messages that were on his father's Facebook that the father bought him the gun that this young man used
Ridiculous.
to shoot and kill people. And so, subsequent to that, the parents, mother and father, were both charged on Friday with involuntary manslaughter and a host of other charges. And then they went on the run. They were on the lam for a little while until they
Mhm.
got, arrested. And now they're in jail. Each of them have been handed down $500 bond. But so now we have a 15-year-old, right, who is being charged with 4 counts of murder, a whole host of other charges as an adult, because initially he was given a gun by his parents. 2 days after that, we hear the story out of Georgia where a 13-year-old is arrested and charged with murder because he accidentally killed his sister using a gun. He was making illegal ghost guns, making guns at 13 in his house, and then
Yeah.
trafficking them, selling them, and using one of those guns to shoot at someone who was robbing him. He accidentally killed his sister. So, my question to the panel is, we have two situations where parents should have known what was going on. In the incident in Michigan, the parents gave the kid the gun. In the incident in Georgia, they didn't give him the gun. But how do you not know your kid is making guns in your house and selling them out of your house?
Selling them.
So,
Right.
again, parental responsibility. What say you? What say you,
Start with Rob.
panel?
Well, it's the one in Michigan, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the parents provided the weapon, and even in situations where the parents didn't purchase the weapon specifically for the child, I think that it's a real problem. Just there. You've heard me say the gun proliferation in the U.S. is out of control. It's absolutely ridiculous, and this is just it demonstrates it clearly once again, and it's terrifying. I'm glad that that was never a part of my psyche. It's not part of the Canadian psyche growing up that you're going to go to school and possibly get shot. And this story out of the with the 13-year-old and the ghost guns, that's absolutely heartbreaking because my mind immediately jumped to the social construct in that environment. Where is this kid living? How is this kid living where, as a 13-year-old, I was wrapping up playing with action figures. I was kind of winding down my Lego stage. I was still playing with cartoons. I wasn't building and running guns. What the fuck?
All right,
For a
Gianni.
13-year-old kid, that is
Yeah.
terrifying that
Gianni,
is your reality.
I'm gonna give you about 20, 30 seconds, and then Lizzie, I'll give you about 20, 30 seconds. Go ahead.
I think you were talking about parental responsibility. I think that just listening to the cases and reading the cases, I feel that the parents, especially in the Michigan case, should be charged. It just makes me question in general when parents, what are parents like looking for? Like, I remember hearing one of the officers or that was involved with the Michigan case saying that we need to like start charging the parents more in these cases. Like, I think they even brought up the one with Kyle Rittenhouse and how his parents should at least be charged. But I don't necessarily. I think it's a situational thing. I think that it is an interesting question, but I think it's a situational thing. If the parent does have some responsibility in the criminal act of that child, then yes, the parent should be charged.
All right, Lizzie.
Um, Situation.
I think it should go beyond situational just to kind of right the wrongs here. Because right now, nothing is being done. Like, you, again, with the 13-year-old, this child was in your house making guns, running guns.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How do you not know? How do you not know? Where's your responsibility? Where is your guidance of this child? In Michigan, again, they gave him the gun. Mama even laughed and was like, don't get caught. Like, what is that? So I think, at this point now, we need to start thinking about changing these laws and holding
Parents.
adults in the situation accountable for
Totally
what their
agree.
kids
But what
do,
about the
especially.
parents that can't handle
Sorry,
there's so
Tierney.
many kids that are at
Let me
trouble,
get
like at youth. Mm.
yeah, let me get to these comments online. We're out of time, unfortunately. Um, Jacqueline Robinson said this. We can talk about this more in the after show if
Hmm.
we go over. Um, let's see. Jose says I didn't even know ghost guns were a thing. This makes me so sad. Jacqueline Robinson, there should be laws to prevent shitty people. I don't know why the word didn't come out of my mouth. To prevent shitty people from procreating. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that Michigan parents basically abandoned their child to take the rap while they went
Oh,
on
they
the
were
run.
like deuces. They were like
Yeah.
deuces.
What?
Horrible, horrible,
Yes.
horrible.
Olivia says, "How do they get the weapons in school? Why is school not properly secured? That's concerning." Uh,
I mean, not every school, unfortunately, not
Why
every
did he get to
school
go back to
has,
class?
metal detectors. That's the question. Why did they allow him to go back to class? And again, we could talk about this in the after show, the totality of what happened, but the school
Yeah.
also bears some responsibility in this, in
right.
my opinion.
Truth, lies, or
Oh,
shenanigans?
oh.
Mm.
Bullshit. I got each week I keep forgetting to do my damn bullshit, but this is
And these
shenanigans. This is shenanigans.
parents,
With respect to
parents
the
got
people
shenanigans
that
going
victims,
on.
but the parents are the shenanigans in this. They're the joke. But
And
Where's
what do
in
we
the
think
school?
about? And what do we think about Trey Songz? Truth, lies, or
um,
shenanigans?
and he's
I mean,
lying.
Says
again,
shenanigans,
we have to start
lies,
rethinking how we're going to do these because some of these
shenanigans.
topics are not being represented well, in our
Because you want to
True.
say bullshit, right?
I want to say fuck you, Trey Songz. That's what I want to say.
Trey Songz, yeah, he's a waste of vinyl if they made vinyl.
Oh,
Oh.
Yo, he's disrespecting his artistry.
All right, so today's sponsor for Quickfire was Jess Super Tonics, immune support, digestive health, energy, hydration, detoxification, and more amazing health benefits await you and your family. Shop JessSupertonics.com. It's JESS Supertonics.com.